Okay, so another thing I want to show you is interesting ways of lettering your headers for, say, a bullet journal or a planner. Um, this is essentially just the days of the week and the months of the year, but showing you how to letter them in a pretty and interesting way. So let's start with Sunday. So here I'm going to create a bounce lettering look. And what I want to show you is that I chose to keep the D not coming down just because this is such a heavy kind of down facing word. Now you can bring this part of the D down if you want, but I like to kind of keep it like that. Another style is to space them out. So for instance, Monday, the way I showed you before was you want to keep your letters the same way you would normally keep them, but then the connectors are what is much more spread out. Okay, and then now we can do sort of a more elaborate one for Tuesday. Wednesday. And what's fun about this is that using this pen you can really make the widths so much different for all of them. So you can really have a lot of fun with it. And here you can add a little bit of a highlight. It works especially well with the black ink. So I'm just doing a line with a couple of dots, which I think is really, really fun. You can incorporate color and do kind of a faux calligraphy. And I really like to do the faux with the thinner part, just to give it some fun dimension. And here I don't even fill it in because I think it's kind of interesting that way. And here we can just add a little bit of a drop shadow. And sometimes it's fun to simply just do the shadow with a pen because it's just very simple and clean and there's not a lot to mess up. And it just makes your letters stand out a little bit more. So this is just a few different examples of how you can make them interesting. You can also accentuate them by putting various banners and headers. And sometimes I like to just freehand it rather than following the grid, but it's completely up to you, obviously. And there you have it. These are just some interesting ways of varying up your lettering to make your bullet journal just a little bit more interesting.